For more, we can talk now to our regional correspondent, Ioan Grillo, who's on the line. First of all, on these results, what can you tell us? Because I understand, for one thing, the turnout here is being disputed.
Yeah, very big dispute about the turnout. The government says there were 65% of Nicaraguans who voted, but an independent NGO said it was only 20%, only 1 in 5 people voted. And now one of the issues with this dispute is it's very hard to get solid numbers because the foreign press were basically banned from covering the election. One colleague got on a plane, or tried to get on a plane in Mexico City to Nicaragua, and they said the government of Nicaragua doesn't want to go, was not allowed there. So the only people there were no electoral observers or independent electoral observers, were kind of pro-government, pro-Nicaraguan government people. So a lot of dispute there, but some of the images we have seen do look like it was quite empty and quite a low turnout, and the government claim of 65% looks very unlikely. There were also arrests right up to the election itself. In the night before the election, some opposition activists, they went to their houses and rounded them up. So continued repression from the summer right up to election day.
And Ioan, the international criticism of this election has been pretty deafening, but what impact, I mean, if any, is that criticism likely to have on Ortega himself?
Well, we're seeing the US, as was mentioned, the European Union, the Organization of American States, and some Latin American countries start to condemn and say you now have an illegitimate government in Nicaragua. The US is preparing a framework to sanction Ortega himself and his immediate family and advisors so that he won't be able to travel to the United States, open a US bank account or that kind of thing. But then you also have some other countries such as Russia and Bolivia who have already congratulated Ortega on the victory. So you start to see a split there. And there isn't really much appetite, it seems, among any other countries to try and really punish Nicaragua further. And things like sanctions might only harm the poor Nicaraguan people without really weakening the regime itself.
Ioan Grillo for us there. Thanks very much indeed for that update.